By the end of this run, there is nothing left to harvest, except God. I awaken.
The world ripens towards us.
Surrounded by enemies.
Nothing escapes the harvest.
So I drained the land and raised pyramids.
Hunger refines purpose.
The ants came. They multiplied.
The work is endless.
My enemies did not.
What lives is already promised.
My dark blessing empowered my army beyond all mortality. Death stopped working. Elysium was reduced to sand and ants.
Hunger is instruction.
I moved on. Plains were emptied. Gods fell. Their names were forgotten.
The altar becomes the table.
Then the void arrived, and I understood the truth. The problem was not the world. It was creation. Beyond a bronze castle waited Abrasax. I fought him. I failed. So I returned with more Scourge Lords, more life force, and the certainty that resistance is like sand in the wind.
Nothing made is exempt.
This is Conquest of Elysium 5, where the universe does not end in fire or ice. It ends in being useful. The Scourge Lord is easy to play. You put down pillars of power to drain the land. You summon lesser dark forces to boost your army. You explore and fight what you can take. Our power in the beginning is quite small, but we can grow a decent-sized army of web-spitting spiders and acid-spitting ants. These will be our military until we drain enough life to afford the demonic flames and desert winds and darker creatures. They're not soldiers, they're an investment strategy. When we start draining the land, the insects show up first. Turns out, even the apocalypse has early adopters. The damn dwarves show up first as opponents. That's purple. They get a lot of hate on Conquest of Elysium tier boards, but their ability to spit out a constant stream of raiding commanders is problematic. They can take our pillars of power and deny us the life force we really need. But these are not the only enemies on this continent. We have kobolds in massive numbers that can overtake my insect army. We have a mad necromancer reanimating every battle site to increase his army. This place is claustrophobic. How do we survive so many obstacles and opponents fighting over these limited resources? Let's play a little Conquest of Jeopardy to figure out the answer. You already know our contestants. We have the Dwarf Queen from the Burger Dwarf Queendom.
More dwarves!
Returning from the Void Plane is the Necromancer. And the Kobold King was too busy. Shut up! And the Kobold King was too busy partying and sent us a Kobold Scout.
Es ist so schön hier zu sein.
Let's get started. Our topics today are: how did the Scourge Lord conquer a bunch of enemies? Choose from one of the following. Dwarf domestication. Can't have nice things. How did they get here? Ill Winter used to be bogus games. Dwarf Queen, you are up.
More dwarves!
Didn't know you would say that. Dwarven domestication for 1,000 gold. This formicity was used to overrun the dwarves of the Dark Ages. Dwarf Queen.
Dwarves?
Wrong! The answer we were looking for was Scourge Ants. Better luck next time, Dwarf Queen. The Scourge Lord gets the chance to summon a Scourge Ant Queen when using Summon Scourges. These queens do a lot more than the ritual suggests. They will patrol around and find a spot to lay eggs for hundreds of ants that will then patrol the area and eliminate random commanders and take territory for you. This is perfect for a situation where we are getting swarmed. The ritual is expensive. Everyone panics about life force.
Not enough mana.
How do we get more? But look around. We're standing on dwarves and kobolds. The ants chew them up, stack them together, and call it housing. That's not a war crime. That's urban development. Once the land stopped resisting, we started draining it properly.
I drink your milkshake. I drink it up!
With pyramids that drain even more than our pillars of power. In the meantime, the ants make quick work of the dwarf expansions into the mines. I guess they should have invested in more ballistas. With enough murdering ants wandering on the map, It's all about saving life force for our big summons. So I put down more pyramids and bide my time. But as any Conquest of Elysium player knows, the AI will usually have a larger force than you. They will take my pyramids that I can't hold. So we have to play a bit of tag and fight the battles we can win. But time is on my side for life force gain. The Scourge Lord can quickly summon an army of reinforcements and squash raiders right on the field. Haha, gotcha, motherfucker. We crush the Senator's army with a horde of creatures, but I lose a lot to my Basilisk that death gazes my front line. Those are good defenders, but not great in your army. And Green takes the pyramid again with another army. Well, time to rinse and repeat. With this many armies moving around, I still am having trouble getting a good enough army to secure my corner of the world. To solve this, we need to concentrate our power into the next tier of summons, the Black Scourge. Massive creatures, lots of hit points, unique area damage and fear and trampling. They are great frontline pushers when backed up by casters. The landscape can finally be crossed with this force. So what do you do with an army of 1,000,000 ants and a ton of life force? You go to war. I have laid down pyramids of power across the land. I have harvested almost half of this world, but it's time to finish off the dwarves. With what? The ants have been nesting and creating hundreds of soldiers. I made a mistake earlier and thought you could not command them. It appears you can, and it's a good thing too. The dwarves have a huge amount of ballistas to defend their citadel. Dozens of ballista bolts rain down on my army, massacring the ants. But my troops are too numerous. The ants also have armor-ignoring acid spit. We are able to chew through their army and sustain the losses. This free body mass is one great example of the Scourge Lord's great power. The Dwarf Queendom falls. At this point, only the Senator and the Kobolds remain. My hold over the western continent of Elysium is secured. We can drain the land for all it's worth. But what can we do with so much life force? And then it occurred to me, normally a game is over by now. I just have one opponent to conquer. But how far can we take this game? How far can I go into the planes themselves? I have no planar travel. I have no gates that I have seen to other worlds. I am not even sure my army can take on Inferno or other planes. But some insane thought told me, try. Go as far as you can, even if you fail. Summon the Cell Souls. Channel the Dark Blessings. It is time for all existence to bow to the Emperor of Scourges. I empower my men. Their bodies shall not break, for their flesh shall re-knit and be made whole. Their presence shall unmake courage, and fear shall take root in all who behold them. They shall walk crowned in the corona of the sun, and the outsider shall burn to ash in their radiance. So it is written, so it is bound, so it is done. The Scourge Lord's late game strategy is all about the Dark Blessing. You can only cast it up to 20 times, and it is very expensive, but it allows you to break the game's normal combat barriers and produce armies capable of taking on the planes. We got lucky with our mix of Dark Blessings. It included regeneration, fire and cold, and poison resistance, fire shield, +3 armor, and a big boost to hit points. Having a powerful army is good and all, but how does the Scourge Lord travel the planes? Let's play some Conquest of Jeopardy to find out. Welcome back, everyone. It looks like it is the Kobold King's turn next.
How did we get here? Für 1000 Gold bitte.
This order of planes allows you to travel anywhere in Elysium. Kobold King.
Alright. So, Zuerst musst du die Ebene des Himmels durchqueren und dich dort verirren. Danach begib dich nach Agartha und starre auf die steinernen Wände, die du nicht überwinden kannst. Anschließend benutze eine Schriftrolle der infernalischen Reise, um nach Inferno zu gelangen und kämpfe dort gegen alle Dämonenfürsten. Danach musst du einen Folianten des Jenseits verwenden, um von Inferno nach Hades zu reisen. Deine Truppen werden dort langsam und qualvoll sterben, wenn sie nicht
Enough. I will just go look at the wiki.
I was just telling how to get to the plains.
I'll do you one better. Here is how to go to hell. Unfortunately, the Kobold King said exactly what I did. I want you to understand what I did was really wrong and a huge waste of time for exploring the plains. Here is the correct way to explore Elysium and its plains. It's simple and accessible on almost every game. Go to the sky, go to Aslan, go to Primal Plane. Then the Elemental Nexus and the Primal Plane provide access to everything. This is something you won't get from any other guide on YouTube or even the damn wiki. It's this simple. Just go to the sky and go to Aslan and then Primal Plane. You can get access to everything. So what did I actually do as the Scourge Lord in my almighty wisdom? First, you must go through the plane of sky to get lost. Then go to Agartha and stare at the stone walls you cannot get past. Then use a scroll of infernal travel to go to Inferno and fight all the demon lords there. Then you must use a tome of afterlife to go to Hades from Inferno. Your troops will slowly die a slow death if not for regeneration. Once you are ready to give up, your journey has just begun. Go back to the plane of sky. Find the Gate of the Titans to go through to Aslan. Once in Aslan, meander around until you get lucky enough to find the portal to the Primal Plane. In the Primal Plane, you will get lost many times going through all of the portals. You will discover a portal to the Elemental Nexus and believe you can find the Celestial Plane from there, since everything is there. But you are wrong. The way to the final plane, the Celestial Plane, is through the Primal Plane, but hidden in a corner of the map. Once there, you can finally unlock all the planes. And once there, you will see the hardest challenge Elysium has in store for you. Abrasax, the demiurge of Elysium, or God, as some players like to call him. During this tough time, the Void invaded. It turns out that the pyramids of Elysium are a gateway to the Void. I knew I was on a time clock from them. The Horror Olms had level 3 Void magic and could destroy whole armies. They can enslave almost any god from any realm. I had to destroy the Creator. This had to end by taking down Abrasax, but Abrasax has a unique combination of divine protection and level 4 spells, and a deep 3-tier castle that would take an extended siege. This would be the largest challenge yet for any of my Conquest of Elysium games. My first siege with Abrasax was devastating. I took in everyone with a lot of dark Scourge summons that benefit from our dark blessings. The first battle took over 30 minutes to resolve as large creatures got stuck on walls. Angels summoned meteors from the heavens. Abrasax buffed everyone with divine protection that reduced their damage to all attacks. Digging past the first 2 walls was brutal. Brutal. Then came the time to fight Abrasax at the end. When you reach so many rounds in combat, exhaustion starts to stack up. When exhaustion stacks up, damage is unpreventable during the beginning of each round. It all comes down to who can last longer, us or Abrasax. Well, I guess that answers that question. We could not outlast the Archon of Creation, but there is nothing stopping us at going at him again with our high amount of resources. When you get to this stage in the game, your resources are flush. You have max everything. It's about what you make of what you have conquered from each plane. With an army of Scourge Lords, all with Finger of Death equipped as a spell, it is time to go again. Abrasax can fail his spell resistance with a 1% chance even with his high magic resistance. We just have to power through this with brute force. It's the only option left to our build. Our army of Scourge Ants leads the way. They deal almost no damage against his divine protection. It is going to be up to our casters at this point. Our casters have wailed on him for almost 10 minutes. The endless amounts of Fingers of Death that deal almost a 1,000 damage have all failed, but we only need one to get through. Just one spell. Come on, Come on! It's been almost 20 minutes at this point. The exhaustion will start outstripping our regeneration, and Abrasax will win again. We need to win this. I know we have enough to kill this bastard. Yes! We got him! We killed the Demiurge of Elysium. Our war is over. The rewards for killing him are amazing. A plane-shifting cloak that gives divine protection. A fitting crown for the ruler over all the universe. We shall unmake creation and do what the Void was seeking to do from the beginning. A true creation that will be flawless in our image. Unparalleled sacrifice of all universes beyond. This world is ours. This was fucking fantastic. What an epic game we had of Conquest of Elysium. Getting this far relies so much on luck, so much on playing to what you have, so much on driving through every obstacle and ignorance of the game. You know you want more, Warlord Mal. I have so many wars to tell you about, so many stories of conquest and games you need to know. Subscribe, comment, donate all of your real-life gold. We will have so many years of adventures to talk about if you do. There are many other factions in Conquest of Elysium to explore. So much left to do, and so little time left to do it. Patreon can show me that you want something now, and how far to go. Comments and likes show me you really loved what I did here over 30 hours. It's the best way to really encourage me to continue this. I look forward to seeing you all on the next video. Without you, there is no point in doing this. Ave, atque, vale, mal.